going on, everybody? It's Eli here from TreeFall Studios, and welcome to a new game development live stream. Let's go, everyone. How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. As you can see, hopefully that worked out. I'm thinking that it did. I made a new stream intro video so we could have a little bit of leeway at the start instead of me just looking around and going, all right, are we live? Are we live? Is that going? So let me know. I believe the audio should have been good on the stream intro. It looked good on my side. There's some TreeFall Studios music on the inside of that video, and I'm going to be doing a bunch of different things like that in the future. I'm going to be doing different video intros, and I'm gonna mix them up to advertise different things, all sorts of things in the future. But welcome to the stream today. Let me get everything set up. Looks like we're good to go. My mic is not peeking out or anything. Let me know in the comments if the audio seems fine. And we're going to get started with doing some more PitterPot today. Starting even earlier, if you noticed, the last couple of days, the streams last week were between 4 and 5:15 or so, and then the stream yesterday I moved it back to 3:45, and then I tried to go to 5:15, so we did an hour and a half yesterday. Kind of want to end it up a little earlier today, possibly. So we're gonna see how things go, and I might try to go all the way till 5 or 5:15, depends on how much sitting that's gonna be. But we're starting at 3:15 today, and we're gonna test out this time slot, and we're gonna see how that goes. This might be a little early. This is straight in the middle of the workday, so if people, most people probably won't be able to tune in unless you don't have a job or you're off today. So we're going to be taking a look at it and seeing if we can go for a little bit longer. That way we can actually take care of this all in one day, and try to be done with the castle so we can get moving. I guess you guys can't see that. Let's go ahead and switch over. So we finished up this castle yesterday to right about here, and if we're gonna try, and I'm only working on PitterPot on the stream. I'm working on another game secretly for the rest of my workday, so that's why I'd like to do a little bit of a longer stream. So by tomorrow on our weekend stream, because today's Thursday, we should be able to finish this all up if we can't finish it up today. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to go a little bit longer. Yo, PLP, welcome to the stream. You're all good. You probably missed the intro video. You can check it out later. I would love to get your opinion on what you thought of that. All right, so yeah, so we were doing the castle again, and you can see I shoved the regular walls out of the way so we could see and we could work on some of these roof pieces here. So what we're gonna do today is finish up this roof, do the designs for this one, finish up this room and roof. We're gonna move this back. We're gonna build some pieces on the inside for extra castle height, so it's not just a square walls. This is kind of like the castle moat wall, I guess. And then we're gonna build some pieces on the side. Not sure how much of it's gonna get done, but we're gonna try to go decently fast, I guess. This would be G4 and 6. So we stopped like midway just because it was getting too late yesterday, so I totally had to cut it off. But yeah, that's all we were going to do for this. And then I'm going to pull this one out probably all the way to this exact marker where the roof turns. Wow, it's kind of hard to see that. Sort of see it better in wireframe. It's probably, yep, that's exactly on the dot right there. Yeah, because probably gonna have a taller roof here, maybe. It's gonna look weird if you know, there was another triangle roof hitting this part, or like all the way down there. So honestly, we might be taking this roof, or I guess we can just do this. Whoa, put it back. We can go ahead and remove this guy. Fix that, duplicate him, rotate him on the Z. And yeah, what we can do, actually, this is just going to be way easier to do this. The bricks can come all the way to the edge on this one because there is no secret ledge. And then we need to get him in the middle of this. Need to take this side and shrink it up. Huh. That is exactly half. So what we're going to do is we're going to just flip this guy around here. We're going to give it a mirror modifier, put it on the Y. We're going to turn on clipping, and that way we have him doubled. And then we're actually going to apply this modifier before we keep going. Yo, what is up, man? How is it going? Welcome to the TreeFall Studios game development live stream. It is wonderful to see you this afternoon. Oh, shoot. We didn't do this right. Hold on. We're going to go back. We have clipping on. And we need to click on this so we can see everything. And I think, yeah. We need to make sure we wipe these out so they are all one face. The bottom will probably be the same way. It's going to be hard to see that though. And then we're going to wipe that out. And then now we are going to go to the modifier and apply. And then we're going to mesh it, merge, distance, get rid of all of the inside. Then we're going to go up to the top. We're going to go to wireframe so we can see again. Did that mess up anything else, or was it just the inside? I think it was just the inside. I think we're good. Let's go ahead, go here. Pop all of these. Get rid of those. Get rid of those. Do it again. All right, just to double check. Honestly, we can delete the bottom floor face too in just a little bit, depending on where we are. Because we probably won't need that. Let's go back into the wireframe. We're going to take this edge. Yep, that's all we need, I think. And we brought him all the way to the outside. So this is going to be a buildable and movable roof. It doesn't really look good though, because what we need to do is I don't know if we can do this from here too. Yeah, no, it doesn't get in the middle. So let's put it back. Can we put it back? Ah. There we go. All right, we're going to grab it one more time. Try this again. Move it there. Come up with a new solution. And then We honestly don't even really need this, but we can just leave it in the middle. It looks about right. And we can find out easily by taking our origin to the center, finding out if we were on the dot. We are not. That's better. Now this will be a buildable and movable roof. Okay, but it doesn't look good just sitting here. It needs to fill in all of this. So what we're gonna do is pull him up here. We actually need to scale it out by just a tad longer to match this roof. But like it needs like one more layer off the bottom. And since we built our bottom, oh, we probably shouldn't have deleted the vertices earlier, because now we have a problem here. Although these could possibly be dissolved, and then we could maybe still move forward. Let's double check and make sure we don't have vertices hanging out. They're just there. What we should do is connect this, I think. Probably need to let's see if we make that a face and then merge it by distance, that doesn't get rid of anything. So I think the connect tool is not going to work here. Probably have to knife it. Did I get that right on the first try? It's kind of hard to see, but for some reason, that's how it wants to do this. I think that there is another hotkey. There we go. That looks good. Because we could probably actually, it won't really look good. Let's just try it. We'll see. We're going to take the bottom here. And go by our 2 meters. And then extrude these by 2 meters. Wow, that actually kind of look cool. Like that. G on the Y by 2. Let's just see how this looks. If we take this one out by 2 meters, the other way, silly. Yeah, we have to extrude those. Okay. So we're going to take these out by 2 meters. These out. My nose is itching me. Move this in the negative direction by 2 meters, and then boom. We should be good. Let's see if we can just clean it up a little bit. We can. I don't know if that makes it better or worse on the bottom. Now we need to go to the side, and we need to pull this up 2 times. It's still, is that just exactly 2 away? Can we do one more floor? We can. So let's do it so everything is even. Let's go over here. Let's pull up this one to here. And we're going to have one more floor come down. So it actually needs to be like right here. We're going to go ahead and get that right in advance. Although this doesn't look right because we were deleting edges earlier and cutting these so that they were all across the bottom. And I don't think that this would look right. He kind of needs like the same exact treatment. Like this view is terrible. If we cut here to here, and then we go and we get rid of this. Yeah, we're just gonna have to do it on this side as well, and then like one more time. That's something. This is not exactly, don't take this as efficient workflow, I guess. But we're cleaning it up, and it's actually gonna look pretty cool when it's done, because this is pretty low on the polygons. And with a really sweet texture, this is gonna look like a pretty awesome castle roof, to be honest. You don't have to have that many polygons and too much intricate detail in order to get it to look nice. Although, if you're doing a baked workflow and you're doing a really high poly model, then the more the better. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get all of these guys and go here. We're going to go back down by 2 more meters. And we're going to take this out by 2 more. I guess a better workflow is we could go out like this. We might actually leave it like that. Okay. This is, I'm going to put this up for a vote. Let's leave it like this, and then I'm going to have to Control Z so we make sure we don't get all those duplicate faces. Extrude by 2, and then we're also going to do it by 2 here, but we're going to pull this back so it stays in line. All right, which looks better? The slant all the way down and then the bricks building up, or do you think the slant looks good all the way down and then curving off to go straight down with the rest of the brick? Take your pick in the comments. At first, I thought this looked pretty cool, and then I'm going to still let you guys give the poll, but I'm thinking this just makes more sense. This looks better. This looks better compared to our reference image that we were using the other day from yesterday's stream anyway, so probably we'll go like this. And then highlight it all, and then get rid of our doubles. Yeah. Now it's all one piece, except for it's kind of not. That's good, though. Yeah, and the bottom looks good. That's cut how we need it. And then what we would do is this bottom, OPLP, you little goober. We're going to go here and take all of this and then bring it down. What is that? And we're going to go look at it from the side. We're going to extrude and pull it down to match the roof exactly. Now, is that good or is that bad? Let me think. It's going to make this rather tall. This looks rather bad between these two. I think we should just go ahead and seal all this stuff up, and we can just fix it later. That way we can see. But this does not matter. It is not connected. This is Oh, yeah. We made it like that on purpose from this, so we would not be extruding up. Although none of that matters anymore because we don't need these floors because we are not putting a secret room up there. It's just a castle, so it's just going to be the walls. This is already looking pretty cool because if we look at this from this angle now, this needs a little cleaning because this doesn't look right. He's not exactly on all of the same pieces. It's off by just that smidge somehow. Let's go back and let's see the, oh, is that literally 0.2? Is that what that is? Should this be 0? Hold on. Let's get this whole face. Move this over. You couldn't even see that. It's got to be more than that. This guy has to be off. Nope, that's Y on the 17. So what we need to do is apply this scale maybe. And then that Y is supposed to be 12. Do we need to, if we apply the location, will that fix it? It does not. We probably have to do that for this one too, but I've been working on this dimension for so long, I don't really want to do that. I have a couple options. We can go and join this together so we know exactly what we're on. This is still global. Yeah. Because even if I did that on the... See, that's odd. That is not the y-axis. The y is this way. And it says it's the x. So something in my tools has gone haywire. Let me go back and unapply some of these things. There we go. There we go. So it's not applied. And let's see if moving the y, it still moves us on the x. Global. Did I click on local on accident? And then this one was global? 17? Wow, okay. I was wondering how we got off there. But we found it. This should be negative 17. There we go. It's beautiful. Oh, it's wonderful. And then this is x of 1. So this entire side needs to go down to 1, or negative 1, should I say. Welcome everybody joining into the stream. I can see the numbers going up and around. Thanks for joining in. We're currently making a castle roof. And we're meticulously trying to make sure that all of these edges line up perfectly because we are building with separate models in order to duplicate and use part of them as more of the castle is built. Looks like something is still kind of off here, so let's go ahead and see if there's any doubles that we can kill. There's not. I don't know if that was just my eyes. We're gonna need to go check this, and we are on even 49. I remember fixing that, so this needs to go. Ooh, those our towers are in the way. Needs to go to an even 49. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining in. All right, so now that side is even. I'm probably going to move these towers out of the way so we can keep spinning around better, just like I shoved the other castle walls out of the way. It's all going back, but not just yet. And this is X. It's not even. We need to even it up on this side. This X is even on 52 meters exactly. So what we need to do is take every face on this side of the castle roof, and we're going to level it up. I guess I could go this a little bit faster. Little shortcut keys instead of clicking all by hand. And we're going to even this up to 52. That looks pretty good. And then, yeah, so this is looking good. There are some artifacts here, so something is off. All the normals are facing the correct way. It's just because of that. Because of the way that we extruded it. These are kind of sitting on top. There was a more efficient way to do this because now there are a few faces that basically are going to be not used or unseen. You can delete those in the game engine, though. So I think it'll be fine for now. Arturo Kristesh, apologize if I pronounced your name incorrectly. He comments and says, I'm starting to design and develop games using Unity. You think Blender is better overall, or what advantages do you see on this software? Well, I actually am a Blender fan, so I can speak to this quite a bit. I would say the advantages are, number one, it's free. And as far as industry standard goes, this is the best free software that you can get to be as close to the industry standard as possible. When you're talking about things like like texture editing, and people say the industry standard is Photoshop, and then you have free options such as GIMP that can be used, and you can use it in game development, but it's not nearly as capable as Photoshop. Blender is nearly as capable, and in some cases more capable than other 3D editing tools. Many people still say that 3ds Max or Maya, depending on your preference, the Autodesk suite would be your industry standard. And industry standard just means what studios are paying for, and those licenses are a few $1,000s per piece of software per year per person, so quite expensive. There are other alternatives when it comes to 3D modeling that are also cheaper, but Blender can be used basically commercially for free in anything that you needed to do. I mean, it's built in. Some things like ZBrush, people really love it for like sculpting and stuff, but like Blender has all the tools built in. So if you're trying to learn one tool to sculpt, to do a high poly model, to do low poly models, to rig an armature for a 3D character, you can do all of that in one program and then export it to the Unity game engine. And then you can use it from there. Legend says, what about Autodesk Maya? Maya is great software. I've briefly used that. I briefly used it in college when I was starting game design, but it's just like 3ds Max. It is Autodesk software, so it comes with an expensive price tag. Hold on one second. Autodesk. I'm gonna pull it up on the side, and we can just look here so I'm not incorrect and see what the cost is. I'm gonna pull up 3ds Max and Maya. Yeah, oh gosh, holy Lord. So now you guys can see on the screen, this is Autodesk 3ds Max, and then I can pull up Maya here for you guys to look the exact same way. It is $1,875 if you pay it up front for the year. It's $5,625 for 3 years. That is highly expensive. If you guys don't know anything about game sales and game development, that's going to be eating into your indie game profits quite a bit. I would be very wary of paying for something like that, considering you also have to pay for plenty of other tools that might be unavoidable, like Photoshop, for example. I actually use the Affinity Suite. I use Affinity Photo, Affinity Designer to make textures and stuff like that. If I'm making a custom texture and I use it to edit photos and things. But there's other software that you have to pay for, and especially when it comes to the game engine, sometimes it's unavoidable to have to also pay for Unity. Unity has a Unity Pro license, which is now more than Autodesk's features costs. Unity is now $2,040 per person per year if you need Unity Pro. If you're lucky enough, like me, you can use the free version of Unity Pro or Unity to release games on Steam, but you need the Pro version to release on consoles. I do release on PlayStation, but PlayStation partners with you, and so does Nintendo, and they help you get Pro license keys. So if you want to release your game on Switch or on PlayStation, you can, if you are partnered with those companies, they can help you out. This is public knowledge. You can read about it on different places. You can find more about it on different websites. People have written articles about it, but Microsoft does not provide those keys. So if you want to get a game on the Xbox, and you're using Unity, it's going to cost you more than $2,000 per year. So if you also use Maya or Max, it's going to be basically another $2,000 per year. So you're already $4,000, $5,000 when you're adding in tax in the hole before you've even taken into account any of your development time. So that's the only downside with that. If you guys are new to my channel and you're tuning in, one of my most popular videos is called How to Start a Game Development Studio for $0. I can actually, I'm gonna pull that up too so I can just show you guys the thumbnail. If you go to my channel, you'll be able to find it on the home page. And you can see it here. I have an entire playlist right at the top called Game Dev Tips and Talk. This talks about how I make money as a game developer. This talks about all the tools you can use that are cheap so you can get started. And then I have a couple of different sales videos, all of these groupings right here, the things I learned about selling games on Steam, how to market better, how to sell games. And then this is some more tips for Steam. So there's plenty of stuff on there if you guys are interested in finding more software to use for free. But yeah, so that's about what I would say about 3ds Max. I have extensively used Max for a couple of years back in the day because we used it in college. The college that I went to actually had licenses for it. But I don't really know how to use the software anymore because I've been using Blender for years. And it actually looks like, if you're watching the stream, it looks like I'm pretty inefficient at Blender now because for years I held on to the old Blender, the 2.79 and below, the old weird looking Blender. And they moved a bunch of the things. All of this stuff is new. The way they moved this stuff, all these tools are new. I used to have all the hotkeys and everything memorized and the other menus, and I haven't modeled like intense models in a few years. A lot of my games are super low poly art that I do with just, nice texture work and materials. Tilting Tiles games I've been working on a lot recently. Those are very low polygon model games. So I haven't done a lot of work like this in Blender in a while. So I'm trying to get a little bit more efficient at it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is now we have this roof, it's looking pretty good. We're gonna do more details on it. This one is connecting, looking pretty good. We have our cool secret hallway that goes through here that you're gonna be able to walk inside the game and pop out over here. We have all this lined up. We have our secret ledge that goes out here to our secret room, and that's gonna be a couple rooms in there inside the castle, and there's gonna be a level there. We have our alleyway over here enclosed in, and we've got our little courtyard this way, and we have our little courtyard over here. I don't like the look of this, though. It looks like something got off when we are cleaning stuff up. I don't know. I think that we deleted a vertex here. The last time I cleared one, I highlighted everything, and I think I got rid of something that I shouldn't have. because it does not look like this side. This side's lighting is correct. So if we look at this briefly and we look for the vertices, we have all 4 for the quad. And then if we go over to this face and we click on this one, does it even exist? Oh. And we go to our vertices. We still have all 4, but it's connected to this piece. And this one is not. I think that's what it is. It's kind of hard to see. And yeah, it's connected to the front of the wall. Is this one also connected to the front of the wall, or did it now go to the back of the wall? No, it's still in the front. I'm unsure about that. That is one that we will clean up this whole wall and the floor a little bit later. So yeah. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna leave that alone. The roofs look good, the walls look good. And now I think we're gonna try to do our new room here. Although, actually, it'll be fine. We can go with an extrude here. We're gonna take this by faces though. Actually, before we even get started, we're gonna go ahead and move our towers back because we're gonna have to move these around. Let's just get these out of the way. And I can go ahead and, Blender is way too big. This scene's way too big now. Because this castle is gonna be huge. When we get over into Unity, it's gonna be huge. Let's put that over there. So these are gonna move out to the sides of this. We're gonna build some walls up here in the middle. So you're gonna actually have the castle building. And then, yeah, but the last thing of the courtyard we want to do is another room here. Oh no, we have everything selected correctly. And I think that if we just do this, and let's go to our top view and scoot over and pull this out. Does it matter if we're online with those? Because we don't have this cut here. I've been so meticulous. If you guys are new to this stream and you haven't caught the other days of starting this, to whenever we started to get off and we weren't having evenly done lines, even though we didn't need it, we would cut and make sure everything was straight. This doesn't look straight anymore. I think I moved one and we're off a little bit, so we're gonna go actually fix that. We're gonna leave this here, and I'm gonna try to decide how far this room is gonna go out and how many walls we're gonna move. But this, I think we raised up the floor here. Maybe the one vertice, I think actually the one vertice that we killed, it might have killed this floor. So let's go over here, and first off, let's just take this. I don't think this looks flat. We're gonna scale it on the Z by 0, so we're gonna flatten it all out so it's all one height. And then we're gonna start trying to figure out, we are on the Z. We're actually not even here. Interesting. It's because the first floor is starting on 0.3. This is more work than it's worth. It doesn't really do anything for us, but we are going to bring it all up, everything to 0, because we want everything to be on solid lines and even, as clean as we can get it, so we can move everything around in Unity the best way possible. So that's all of those floors. We can actually delete all of these. We're not going to need them. Yeah, see, we already came around and we deleted those. But the only thing about that is, since we already deleted those, we're going to have to go around and get the edges instead of the faces. So we're going to have to switch modes and go through 2. You can already see there's a couple overlappings up underneath that we can also get rid of. Yeah, now there is a checkbox in Unity. You can delete where, unseen faces can be deleted. Um, the only thing about it is, I believe that it works, but it also scares me. So in the modeling engine, if there's an easy face that I know we're not gonna need, and it's facing down, or it's inside of a wall that that's not actually a room, I go ahead and take it out, just because it'll take you a couple extra seconds now, but really when you're working on lower end hardware, it's going to save you a ton just to have every little thing is most efficient as possible. That's one of the things that AAA developers don't really do anymore, because hardware is so strong. No one plans for stuff to be as efficient as possible anymore. Um, and I think that is a little bit of a problem, because everyone's just worried about running it as good as it can be. And that's why all these games don't really run on, all these PC ports. They're, really inefficient because they don't really have to worry about it anymore. They're just like, get more power. That doesn't look right. Let's go merge distance. There's nothing there. Let's pull this down and see. Yes, I knew that didn't look right. So we have some inside stuff here we could get rid of. All right, so we're on the right one. We can just go and dissolve that edge. Is there another one we can dissolve? Or delete edge? I'm thinking of, because you see, we're not connected here. And it's got us a weird little thing. But if we go and we go to loop it, oh, silly me. All right. Let's go back here. This is why we did this. This is 50 now. Let's scale this on the X by 0 so we make sure that these are absolutely straight. This guy is 50 on the X, negative 50. This guy would be, I'm assuming this is 52, because we've been doing everything on 2 meters. And now if we go to mesh, merge, distance, we get rid of those vertices. This is all connected. The floor won't look bad. That'll fix that. Now, not everything is lined up still. I think we've probably got a couple things that are off every once in a while. That looks fine. And that's kind of why I wanted to merge it here, because then that should connect it. Yeah. So everything's all lined up. Because these, I mean, we're not really creating that many extra polygons. Now, the only problem is this part right here. This is not exactly connected, and these are not lined up at all. I might have to leave that one alone, and what we'll do is, well, let's see. This is, we're now looking at the y-axis. We're on 12 and 12. This would be 10. Ah, it's not 10. It's 14. Oh, good. And then what we can do is, the only problem is, it's like these are all cut in all different ways. I think this doesn't really matter, actually. It's only going to make more problems. We're just going to knife across this, because I don't really want to go all in. That makes this a quad. It separates this a little bit. That'll probably have a little bit better lighting on it that way. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. Grab some water. 45 minutes in. We got one roof down and we're building a little bit extra. Okay. So since we moved all this to 0, and we fixed this one. This is the next guy that we need to fix. I don't really want to change the floors. So this right here, honestly, if we go down to 9.5, I think that that's about as close as we can probably get. Because, or if we could go all the way up to 10, like if we go up to 10 on this, it's going to raise this floor a little bit. The only thing is, okay, this is going to be hard to grab. Man, this is showing you guys, you just have to be so careful. And if we start with the edges, then we can't go to face mode. So we need to start with the faces first, because we're going to need this and everything in the hallway. This guy, these faces, and yeah, that should be it. And now we can switch to edge mode, and it will highlight all the edges we already had. And then we need to pull all of these around. And, oh shoot. No, we'll fix this one next. I clicked on the wrong one. It's okay. We're clicking on these. Yeah. So now this meter is grabbed all the way around. Our floor is grabbed. These are grabbed. And all of our inside, our little hallway around the corners, everything is grabbed there. We are going to need to get this and this, because this is going to be some floor for our outside courtyard. It's going to be really awesome. We're going to do some fountains out here and some trees. It will look cool. Down the road, you'll trust me, and you'll see one day. All right, so we got those, that floor, and we don't have that one on the outside, so we can take this to 10. Oh, we missed one more thing. These guys. Now this can go to 10. That shrinks up the bottom, if we look at it, that bottom one a little bit. I still think it's going to look fine. I think we'll just do it like that. That means we have to change every height. I don't know if we should even do that. Let's just do it for this, because this is obviously off. And then now this should be 8. Everything around this line. There is none on the outside. Everything on this line should be 8 on the dot. And obviously we've got, it doesn't really matter because we're still off. So what we need to do is take this whole line, we scale on the Z by 0, and then we should be all on 8 now. That is the fastest and easiest little side trick if you guys are trying to learn Blender. If you scale on a certain axis, you can drop everything to the same height if you scale it by 0. It's so helpful. Now these look a little off. The Y are good. And I guess you can't fix it. 0.0000001. Like, okay. I put all those to 0. Maybe it's because we didn't scale here either. I'm gonna go a little bit faster. I'm gonna pull out this circle selection tool, grab a couple of these things, and then switch off of it and grab the ones I'm missing. Get rid of the ones I accidentally clicked on. Don't need this one. Now we got the floor here. got way too much. This can go, we probably need to scale this all on 0. Yeah, see, there's a problem here. I didn't do that when I first did it. Switch over here. And then we really need to go and clean these up. Yeah, like, I have every edge selected there, but it's not selecting that face for some reason. All the way around at the base. Now that should be everything. Everything on the bottom. Which we just did this. And we're going to scale it on the Z by 0. And then we're going to put it on 0. So that should flatten up all the ground. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We don't need you. That's why you check before you let go of the mouse. Another key tip. Scale on the Z by 0. And then now we put this on 0. How did this not go to 10? What is happening? I think we've made all of this worse, to be honest. Because now there's too much cleanup and things got off. But now that's on 10. That's lined up. And then what we can do is we can go over here and we can go ahead and start getting rid of a couple of things that we don't need. Like these walls are just confusing us, I think, out here. Could just get rid of those faces completely. No one will ever see this. And I say that with confidence. However, we all know that speedrunners will find a way to boundary break and totally take over and find out all these little things. Now there's a couple ways to do this. Not that way. Let's go back and change the number of cuts. Put it here. This would be our 8, I believe. Did we not fix this? What? I thought, did I control Z on this on accident? Or have we not got to this point? No, these are all 8. Those are all 8. But the inside we did not touch. So these, just scale on the Z by 0. Make sure they're all the right ones. And then put it up to 8. Yep. I don't know. I think that maybe we will... Honestly, this might be like boundary breaking. Instead of filling this in, like I looked at it, where we could just fill in all of these, but then it has like so many crisscross polygons, and then to paint the floor, we're gonna have to project from the view to get our UVs to look right. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna literally make a plane and just drag it underneath that. It's not gonna be the best, but it will get the job done. And you can see we got a bunch of junk up here that is overlapping. Oh, that's because of these floors here. And this also. You can see, if we click on this, we like don't need any of those since we already have the roof. Like the best thing to do would be highlighting all these edges and going to UV marking seam, so the bottom will be cut off. We're going to switch back over to face mode. We're going to Control L to highlight it all. Then we're going to delete all of the faces. And then now you'll be able to see if we drag this up, and we're going to duplicate it over there in a little bit. Yeah, it will have no floor. This looks really bad from the inside. I really don't like this. Do we need that? Oh, we absolutely do. Well, there was a more efficient way to build that roof. But let's just go ahead and make sure it's as clean as it can be. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine for now. The bottom floor is gone. And then we can do the same thing for this guy since he'll be overlapping the floor. And this one will look this one's a little cleaner because it only has one side of gross squares. And UV mark the seam. Thanks for joining into the stream, guys. I can see the numbers are going up and all around. If you're new here, we are working on a level for a new 3D platforming game. This is a hub world. I don't even need to mark all those scenes. We just get rid of those faces. Yeah, that should be good. That's a little bit of enough cleanup. It's getting a little boring. So what we need to do is go ahead and keep moving forward over here. I'll be cleaning up this model for years after you guys stop getting to see it and we move on to something else. So let's just go ahead and keep doing this room. And we're going to go to faces, edges, I mean. By 2 to match. Should be 10 to match. It's not. This is on the X at 68. And then this is where I'm going to want the wall. Boop, boop, pop. And we did it like this so we can have quads cross the roof. Instead of having a bunch of messed up polygons, everything is a quad. You can see we have an issue already. Well, there's a couple of the faces that are going the right way. But we need to, this is going to be an indoor room. I'm thinking. I kind of want to put high ceilings on this one. So like, I think I'm going to change this really fast. Delete those. And what I mean by high ceilings is delete that. Extrude. Boom, boom. Extrude by 2. Deleting those. Now this should be a wall that is connected. And now our castle is all connected. He's all lined up on the dot again. And by high ceilings, I want to do some stuff in the rafters here. Let's go ahead and go up another 10. Yeah. Oh, guys, this is gonna be beautiful. It's like it just came to me all of a sudden. Um, the level design has changed. We are going to seal this off. Okay, so it's gonna look like, oh, there's just like a room up in here. Honestly, we should make a door instead of having it just all open, I guess. Um, yeah, let's do that before we keep moving forward. And actually, I already went up by 10. So, yeah, no, that's right. That's right. Now these all need to go up by 2. Um, yeah, this is looking good, guys. This is looking good. Trust me, it's gonna come out pretty good. All right, so we're gonna go up again by 2. And then what we're gonna do is say goodbye to all of you. Goodbye, we will miss you. And then what we wanna do is we are creating the roof this way, and this should automatically get our normals facing the correct way. And then we're gonna fill all this in. So now when you look, okay, there looks like a wall that comes all the way down. So it looks like it's only a 1-floor room. But when you go inside, it's actually a 2-floor room. So we can do a little bit of platforming up here. Actually, oh, we're going to redo all of this. This is what we want to do. But what we want to do is do something else first. Actually, we can take this here. This is fine. Right here. And we're going to go back down to here. 1, a 2, because this is going to be our platform height. That's correct. And we're going to go back up by 10. And then back up by 2. And then we're going to delete all this again. It's fine. That's quick. We're trying to build the geometry on the fly, and we're trying to keep everything lined up with the other building dimensions for the castle. So now what we can do is we're going to build out some platforms on these walls. There'll be stuff up here. Maybe a secret thing here. We're going to go, whoa. Now, what if we do this? And if we grab our tool, let's grab us a number 2 cut, pop it in there. It goes across the ceiling. And then, doom, 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 bump, 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 bump. Now, this is a perfect example. Our Z is 20, and this is 19. See, I told you, if we fix... This was earlier in the stream. If we started fixing all these lined up, we'd have to fix this eventually. So this guy, that is so much floor fixing. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I might just copy the 19 and put it there. Like, because we've gone a little too far to keep them all even. Because if that's the case, we got to take this line all the way around. We got to get in here in this indoor room. Oh, you can't even see it. Even in wireframe, it's about impossible to see. We got some indoor rooms here. We got to get those. We got to get this line all the way. I'm assuming, yeah, all of this needs to go up. And this one. Like these lines. They're all 19.647. And see, look at that. That is so annoying. I thought I zeroed this out. They're not zeroed. Okay. Highly annoying. Let's do this. Let's just double check us here. Let's get all of this, because we already fixed this. Maybe we'll just fix them all. We'll fix them all, I guess. Um, welcome to tedious work. That's not exactly what you signed up for when you joined into a game development stream. Maybe that's what you thought you weren't signing up for. But if anyone is new to game development and does not realize game development is highly tedious, especially if you want to get it right. If you want to do it right. Yeah, everything is off by just a tad. Shoot. I don't know how to click all of those in a line since I didn't do that first. Ooh. This, I don't really want to unclick and then do it all over, so I'm just going to go in through the hallway and then go back around this side. This is not what you want, but oh well. We're going to go around here. The one thing about Blender I would say is like I don't really particularly like the camera controls sometimes. Boom, 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 bow, boom. All right, is that everything? Is that all the lines? The outside lines, let's get them all. Everything. Everything on this floor. All the floor pieces, all the outside. Missing something here. There. Everything. Scale on the Z by 0. Make sure it is all on 10. 10 to 20. All right, we fixed all of that junk. I guess we can fix the next floor. This is crazy. I haven't really modeled a whole lot, in a little while. Most of my games haven't needed complex modeling, and I'm not really the best at it, but I'm starting to like how this is turning out. Oh, let me know in the comments if you think that you can start to see the castle taking shape. This will look really cool when we get it textured. And like I've been mentioning, if you haven't caught the other day's streams, it's not going to stay this square once we have finally got everything in place. That's why we're meticulously getting everything on all the floors, all 10 meters apart for each floor, and then the wall beams are 2 meters apart. Those are going to eventually get beveled, so some of them will have curved column-like brick, and the brick will go around, so the castle will have a little bit more dimension. But we want everything straight and starting off as squares and lined up before we can do all that. Sweet, thanks, PLP. I'm glad you think it's looking good. I'm getting a little excited on it, to be honest. I'm thinking that I'm really enjoying it. It's going to be a cool game when it's all said and done. Now we're going to meticulously go through everything. Let's double check. Let's randomly select a lot of these to make sure they're all 10. Well, this is the next floor. 10, 10, 10. Yeah, and then these guys are 8 correctly, 10. I can't wait to run through this castle. Man, if you guys have played Spyro 2, or actually even Spyro 1, that's what this entire castle was designed off of this one hallway. I built the hallway first because I love those little hallways you run around in the original Spyro games. And back then, they had lights on the walls to highlight the tunnels, basically, and they were literally just textures. There was no 3D model, and everything was vertex color painting. I absolutely love it. Love it so much. I wish games would just go back like that. I wish they give me Spyro 4, but it looked like it was on the PS1. PS5, we don't need you. All right, let's go ahead and get all of these. And yeah, this one's going to be a little less complicated probably. If we zip down some of the lines here. Zip down this line. Zip down this one. Whoa. Strong change in viewers there. Zip down this line. Okay. Is this floor even seeable? It's not. I should delete it all. I will. I'm not going to click any of those. We're going to delete those in just a little bit. We're going to zip down this line, this one, all of these, but we need these selected as well. 4:27. Our time is looking good. I think I like the earlier stream time. That's not selected for some reason. There must be double lines there. And I don't think I can get it any better. Ah, I can. Zip down this one, the indoor ones. Boom there, boom there, boom here, here, here. Not you. Sorry, little guy. Your turn will be next. Now, this is like one I was not wanting to do because the indoors are going to be the toughest to get right. Make sure we are selected everything. But it is, since we lined this up and we did a couple subdivisions and we loop cutted, so we made sure that all of our rooms were lined up with the other vertices or edges, excuse me. It does make a big difference. So we have quads all in here, which is going to help the game engine, and it helps us select everything so much better. I just noticed, though, this guy, is he facing the wrong way? Where is his normal? No, he's right. It's just too big. All right, so there's all the indoors. We didn't mean to get you, apparently. Let's just double check it this way. Look at the beauty in wireframe. You can see we got our roof structures. We have our curved hallway. We have our curved courtyard. We have all of those lines done. We are almost done. This looks cool. This is, let me click off right here, and I can hide that right there. This is going to be my screenshot thumbnail for tomorrow or something. I wonder if I can screenshot this while I'm streaming. Yeah, I just love that. Wireframe makes everything look cool. Agree? Disagree? Let me know in the comments below. All right, and we are almost done. We just need a couple more. We need a few more faces. Boom, boom, boom. You are on the floor. We need you, you. And we're already connected here. That looks pretty good. We grabbed a little guy up there that we don't need. Let's check this wireframe. Oh yeah, we don't need any of that. Probably could just delete those completely. Look at how I'm clicking that. It's keep selecting the weirdest one. Is that all connected? I need to see that in real life. Oh yeah. These guys aren't lined up correctly. Ooh, this is going to be hard to get. There has to be a hotkey where we just deselect the one. That's all we need to get rid of. Is it Alt drag? No. B is this. There has to be a box select, but like a shift select. Oh, my memory serves me correct. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So we have everything on the height of floor 2 all selected. And then let's go back to here. But you can see this looks odd because these are not connected. There are 2 vertices here. But what we want to do, I think every single one should be correct, but we'll just scale by Z0 just to make sure. And we're going to pull it all up to 20. You can see that just flew up. And now we're going to definitely be able to see where this is. So now we can go ahead and fix those. And what I was mentioning earlier, these, we're not going to need any of these. So let's go ahead and clean them all out, because these are going to be not seen by anyone. They're only going to be, math is going to be used to render these basically in the game engine, and we don't need that. That would be waste of calculation space. Did I get it all? Delete faces. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now what we need to do is figure out how to handle this guy. Probably just pull him up to 20 and let them be how they are. And don't tell anyone that we did so. I don't want those connected because it's going to be a problem down the future. That removed 4 vertices. Did that get rid of this one? It didn't. So we had another overlap somewhere. I wonder where it was. Well, you need to make sure that everything still looks good. Uh-oh. Let's put those vertices back. 20. And put you back to 20. Don't tell anyone that these are here. 20. Everything lined up again. Now we're going to go and merge them again. Get rid of those vertices again. I don't know where those were, but let's just double check. Let's do a fly through. Make sure nothing got destroyed. Hallway looks good. Hallway looks good. Let's make sure everything is good up here. Whoa, good. Can we see the indoor room? Did that get rid of something? Whoopsies. Okay. Go around the corner. That room is good. Go around this corner down. That room is still good. Everything looks good. And then our courtyard looks solid. Now these should all be 20. That is correct. And then what we can do is go in here, make sure everything in there. Our big double-story room still looks good. Everything looks good. Now we're should be cooking with gas now. Everything should be even. Oh, the vertices that we got rid of are what we wanted to get rid of, actually. But I could make this even better if we loop. Do we want to loop this? Ba-ba. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to keep looping all these around anymore because, yeah. But what we can do is delete you, so you're not a problem. Can we see in here? Delete that guy. Because if we go and cut this, we need to cut him all the way across. And then let's look at this. Is this connected? No. Well, I guess it's not a problem, really. What we could do is just knife tool it. We can just go by hand here and whack us something this way. Ooh, not like that. We want to be on this dot. Oh, does that not work? How about this? Concentration and focus. Too much. None of that works. Okay. We can do it this way. Go to edge, subdivide by 2. Edge, subdivide by 2. And this should be lined up on the dot. It's not. How? We've lined up everything. How can you do this to me? Let's take this one. And this one. And now we're going to need U. That should be everything there. Scale it on the Y by 0. And go ahead and drop us at 38. Yeah, that looks better. So what we're going to do is, we're going to do the other side, but I'm just showing you what we're doing. This guy is now going to be negative 38. And so is his counterpart over here. Negative 38. And then what we're going to do is now we can't just knife tool these. Click on him. Did I get that right? From the red square to this red square. That'll knife that across at 38. And then we can knife it across here, 38, 38. Okay, so that's something is incorrect. Something is incorrect. Because, oh yeah. I was wondering why I couldn't do that. This is going to be a process, but we're going to do it. And it's going to be just fine. Edge, subdivide twice, again. We're going to pop back over here. Drop him on 38. That should mean this doorway would be 10 across, negative 28. Negative 28. Negative 28. It's going to be hard to see this one. Yep, that line is on 28. Let's just double check. Yep. Now that's lined up. Now you guys should be able to be cut right across. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. The only problem is I didn't do that to the floor. Boom. Boom. Uh-oh. It's because you're connected, aren't you? Ha. Silly me. This is looking like we're moving everything where it doesn't need to go. But it will be okay. Just do it the same way. Subdivide this. I lost you because I'm in the wrong menu. Subdivide by 2. We're going to take this line, get it on 38 like we want, and we're going to get this guy on 28 like we want. And then now, okay, now you can connect just perfectly. So can you too. It's like you've always meant to be. And then go ahead, delete you two. We'll fix you guys in a moment because we now notice we have one more guy who's incorrect. You to you. You to you. Although something looks off. Oh yeah, because we didn't fix you. He's, this vertex is correct. 28. So we need to start here, here, here. Uh-huh. You. And all the way up and above to you. You just put you on 28. Scale on the Y by 0. Wait, let's make sure. Scale on the Y by 0. Negative 28. Now it should be perfectly straight. Yes, it is. It is perfectly straight. And now this should all be lined up. Our room is even. And now what we do is this should be 20, like we lined these up. We just take this and put it on 20. Put this guy on 20. This one on 20. This one on 20. We back up, we take a look at it, we highlight it all, we mesh, we merge. Distance, we deleted those vertices. And now we have a cut door. Beautiful. We have a 2-story room that we can make some platforms on. And we have this. Now this, I didn't connect these because we're going to be duplicating this guy and putting another triangular roof. And the middle part doesn't really matter. We don't need those faces. You're not going to be able to see that. We already have the roof looking down, covering it up. So looks pretty good. Excuse me as I crack my back here in an unhealthy way. Stand up, stretch out. It's now been, what's my uptime? 1 hour and 28 minutes. Oh, gotta avoid the blood clots. Oh. Pro tip for you game developers out there, try not to sit for more than 1 hour. It is not good for you. You need to take a walk afterwards. All of game development is sitting in front of a computer, and that's not really the best lifestyle for you in the long run. I know it has affected me negatively. You gotta get up and exercise when you can. That wasn't exercise, by the way. I'm gonna go for a walk once I finish the stream. But yeah. Okay, we might just make a brand new. I think we're gonna make a brand new one because like this roof, you can see I already don't like it. There's some incorrect stuff that might actually show up in lighting in the game engine. So we actually have this all perfectly done on the lines. So yeah, like if I highlight this, we go to mesh. Yeah, we connected it. Let's see how smart this is. It doesn't know. It doesn't know where we want to go. It wasn't smart enough. We can do it like this. And just merge it again. I wish that was on a hotkey. I think it used to be. It's no longer. And actually, I think we can just pull up from here. Whoa. No, we can't. This does need to be extruded. Is our Z correct? How do we get this correct already if we haven't done this? This is correct on a 43. Let me just pull this up so we get it at a 50 or something. Let's double check here. This is 43, 41. That's exactly 2 away. 31 and 29. 20. So we're incorrect because we wanted this to be... We're not going to move all this because this is still even. And we're still spaces away, so it's fine. We've been doing every floor on 10 meters, but this will be 9 meters to the platform section. You won't be able to tell. It'll look fine in the game. Everything is even. We're not hanging out on decimals anymore, so we don't have to worry about not fitting into the grid. Yo, this is looking like a castle courtyard. I can't wait to put the models down here. That won't be in this model. This is just the building. We'll make other models to go in this. And I want to bring this one up. This is 43, and this is 50. So let's just go all the way up to 60. How does that look? We can even this out at like 32. Let's do 31. And 34. Oh. 35. Yeah, those are fine. There we go. Now that roof is, this is non-deployable roof. It's actually here. And then what we're gonna do is save it. Save as much as you possibly can. I can't tell you how many times I've lost stuff that way. And we're gonna make it a separate model using a brand new cube. We're gonna pull it up here. Pop, 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 pop. Yes. Yes. Everything is still on 2 meters. It's all lined up, which is what the default cube is. I'm saying meters, even though that's not the measurements that we use in the United States. But that's the measurements that they use in Blender, basically. If you can see, meter, meter, meter. I still, in my head, I consider it's like 2 feet. It's fine. 10 feet, that's a tall roof anyways. You know, ceilings might be 8, 9 foot, 7 foot short. Nah, 7 foot might be too short for a ceiling in the US, but something like that. 9 feet is probably your ceiling height. 10 feet, I guess. And then here, see, the only thing is like these are skinnier bricks. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to move you in by 1. I'm just attempting something really quickly. This is too complicated that way. That is not the right way. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this so we don't end up with the double pieces like last time. It's probably going to be this right here. You know what? And we're not going to make it one piece. Forget that. Delete this face that we're not going to see. Duplicate. Move it over by 1. On the fly, that is much more efficient. And this should be easy to texture this too. Although I should just go ahead and unwrap it, I guess, beforehand. Although, man, texturing all this is going to be a nightmare because these bricks aren't going to be scaled evenly, and I'm going to have to go through and hand get all that scale. Make sure it's right. What does this look like without the, if we look at it from a distance from the lighting? Maybe. This might not be the best way to do it, but I think it'll work. Let's look at it again. Because now I don't think that, I don't know. We'll have to see in the game engine. Obviously, since these are separated objects, Blender is painting us our edge here. We want these bricks to look like they're all one piece. If I join them, well, yeah. This is what it should look like in the game engine. So it should look like it is all one piece. Let's put that back. Yeah, that should be fine. I wish there was a little bit of a faster control method to do this, but I don't think that I can get it any faster and do it just right. Getting a little sleepy now. Now these are shrinking up too fast. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Instead of redoing all of these, I'm gonna do it like this. Ba, 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 da. All I need is this. That's how we were doing them earlier anyways. So I was doing this kind of incorrect as it is. Dun 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 dun. Just got like Mario music in my head now. I played Super Mario Odyssey yesterday for the first time, and probably I played it since 2017, but maybe only once. It's been a good number of years. I popped it in because I didn't realize there was DLC in Luigi's Balloon World. Not that I think I had done it once, but I forgot that it existed. I saw someone talking about it on a video. And then I just booted it up and started randomly collecting moons and had a blast. Forgot how fun that game was. Oof. This doesn't look right either. For now, we'll just go over 1. Hmm. Oh. I think if I just go up by 2 and then go over by 2, um, it's still going to be off on the scale. PLP says Odyssey is my number 2 game of all time. I would not put it up that high, but it's definitely fun. I really did not like it. I mean, I didn't like it at first. I'll say that. And then I ended up really liking it. Like playing it, it was fun. In my list of Mario rankings overall, I'd have to say Galaxy is my favorite. Um, a lot of people give me some flack for this, but I would say that I still think I like Sunshine over Odyssey. Everyone hates Sunshine to death. But I did play that as a kid, so there's a little bit of nostalgia in there. But I definitely like Odyssey much more than Mario 64. It's definitely way above that. The only thing I like the controller. I think Mario controls better than he does in most games, and I do like the hat mechanic. It opens up a lot, but I think that there's two major factors about the game that I dislike, and one is the graphics. I cannot stand the mix match art styles. I hate having the regular looking humans just floating around in the kingdoms. To me, that's like an art 101 no. You pick a style and you stay there. You don't mix art styles and rendering techniques. There's like that low polygonal art style where you got those like little chef guys and everything looks like polygons, and then you got real looking people in New York and they cross over the levels at the end and stuff. I can't stand it. The art really, really bothers me. It takes me out of the illusion. I would much rather be a cohesive style. That's number one. And then number two, although I really do like the actual level designs and I like a lot of the hidden challenges, I think there are too many moons. I think it's like shoving too much into the game where like not everything should have been in there. It's kind of like Zelda. It reminds me of the Korok seeds, where there's just too many of them and it's basically pointless. There's no need to complete that many puzzles over and over and over when so many of them are exactly the same. It's kind of useless. I wish that I don't mind the high moon count if every level had only 30 or 40, and you just had a certain count. But some of these levels I'm playing, there's like more than 70 moons in a single level. It's really hard to find them all naturally. I don't like looking stuff up. I just don't. I think it's a little too much. Those are my two complaints about Mario Odyssey. I think that the actual gameplay is super fun. I love the music. I love a lot of the level designs. It's really awesome. And it reminds me of why I like my Switch, because there's plenty of great games on there to make it a good generation from Nintendo. Besides it being my Xenoblade machine, basically. Sunshine is your number one. That is pretty awesome. Not many people say that. A lot of people hate Mario Sunshine. I love the flood. And this is my example perfectly. It doesn't look like a Mario game, but the art style is cohesive. Everything is similar. It just looks like a complete world. I just loved it. I loved it as a kid. That was one of the things that made me just I totally left my PS2 for a GameCube. Between Wind Waker, Mario Sunshine, and Metroid Prime, I was a Nintendo fan for life between those three games alone. Actually, and Pikmin 2. Pikmin 2 is like one of my top favorite games of all time. That's why I'm a little salty about this new Pikmin stuff. I was like, I'm actually very salty, to be honest. Because I think Nintendo hates Olimar. They hate Olimar more than they hate any of their other video game characters for some reason. They just want to torture you. This should be 45.5. No. We are on the X. This should be negative 31. We are on the Y. This should be 16.5. Really got confused there for a minute, fellas. This should be 17.5. Oh, Okay. I wonder if there's a way to change my snapping to go from 1 to 0.5, because I think the only way to make this version of the model work is to go 1.5, because if we go by 2, we're going to run out. And because that's what we were doing before, and if we go by 1, well, let's just see. We can just see it first. Before we start doing the 1/2s, we can just go by 1 is too much. So we go by 2. Will the height actually make any difference? I don't think that it will. I don't know. It's 2. We'll just see. Over by 2. Yeah, I don't think so. Because if we go right here, 1, 2, it's going to be exactly lined up. I guess that's fine. Can we stay lined up if we do it this way? No, we can't. See, this is the problem, that we see the hole and we can see the roof. I guess I could cheat. There is a way to cheat this and just scale it. Or I can just go here and then do this by 2. 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. 2. 2. 1, 2. Oh, it's getting close. 1, 2. On line exactly. 1, 2. Now it's not good. Let's just go up by 1 here. And then shrink it 2. Doom 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 doom. Yep. So this would be here. This would be here. 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 1, 2. Right on the dot. 1, 2. We are still on the dot. Now we're moving over by 1 here. One. 1. 1. 1. And then we're going to go up here and put one more brick on the top so it will look kind of cool. And we're going to line it up exactly like that, like so. And we're going to join it all together. Duplicate. And put it there. Okay. So it doesn't... I'm thinking it doesn't match the consistency of these ones here. Was all of that work done for nothing? I mean, it's definitely not going to match the consistency because it's a different size room. It's not as rectangular, so it's going to be shorter. But we could literally just take this guy, duplicate him, put him over. We could delete all that work that I just did for like 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Put this one on top and just shrink him on the x-axis. I'm going to test it. Take these guys, just you and you, and we're going to hide you. Can you hide individual faces? You can, but I don't know how to get those back. I don't know what we need to do to get those out of the way. Let's just go over here first. It's exactly online. That should be correct. It's not. There we go. And then what we would do is go here, here, whomp. And then honestly, it's like too tall. So we do this. All right, guys. Put your vote in. Does that just look better already since it matches the consistency over here 100%? Look better than all that work we just did with the actual roof that was connected. I'm leaning towards this is better. And I'm going to delete that other stuff that I hid. This is looking awesome. I am very excited. You can see we got this roof done, this one done. Inside room there. We straightened up and cleaned up so many things. Hallway's good. We have an indoor room here now. That's good. This is going to be back part of the courtyard, sketchy alley. And we've got our cool curved wall out here for the little garden. We brought these back over, so the castle, this is all going to scoot back. It's going to be like right here. There's going to be a door here to the castle. We're going to put a door inside of this room that will like also go to like the castle basically, so you can see it. Hey, Aloy, thank you. I'm glad you think it looks good. I guess we're going to go with this one. I think we're going to keep it. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, I think that all looks pretty good. What I'm gonna do is on like our next stream tomorrow, we're gonna try to finish this castle up. The walls are gonna be about here. We're gonna cut a door into this and probably do like a drawbridge type deal here. And then yeah, maybe something like that. And then we're gonna put, I was going to put it today. It was on my to-do list for today's stream, but we are at an hour and 54 minutes and it's 10 after 5, and I was planning on going exactly to 5:15. So we don't really have enough time to go ahead and put the big buildings in between these walls like I wanted to do. And then we're going to move these, you know, later to the outside edges like this. So we got our little fantasy Spyro castle things, although we'll have to see if they look good overall when it's all done, because you know the curvature of these and how smooth it is doesn't go exactly with our brick roofs that we were doing with our Scottish castle type. So yeah, and we did a lot of work cleaning up everything, having it all on dots. Everything should be on the right line now, where it matters. Like the heights should all be exactly even. We're on good numbers X and Y for all of these. This should be good. Yeah, Y doesn't matter for this side. Those look good. Yeah, it's all looking pretty solid. Very solid stuff. So I'm pretty excited. I'm thinking that we can probably finish this castle up tomorrow. And not obviously not texturing it, but the base of the castle is going to be pretty much good. I'm thinking it's pretty good. And I don't know if tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and share, you know, what I'm thinking for the secret reveal. I was working on this special YouTube video where I was going to, show that I made a commercial game in 6 days, and it was going to be trying to one of my new YouTube videos that I'm trying to do to go viral on YouTube. But honestly, I've had so many things come up and a lot of stuff. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it done in that time, but I think that I should still have some pretty awesome stuff to reveal by next week. So it'll probably, I'm still working on trying to get this game out for July. It's going to be short, it's going to be small, but it's actually going to be pretty awesome and have a new entry into one of our long running franchises with some new features and puzzles and stuff like that, with some pretty awesome level designs and graphics. So probably gonna tease that tomorrow. But thanks for tuning into the stream, everyone. I'm so glad you guys all joined. We had a lot of random people jumping in at different times when I'm looking at this graph. So thanks if you checked out TreeFall Studios for the first time. That I hope you really enjoyed this stream, and that if when I was showing off my YouTube channel that you would actually come back and maybe subscribe if you're not subscribed, and drop a like on this video. Also, before I go, you can see the news banner down here. There are Patreon subscribers. Their names are running across the bottom throughout this stream. If you guys want to check out the Patreon page, you want to support this channel, you can find the links for that below. Before I end the video and in the stream today, I got to give a huge shout out to everybody who supports us on patreon.com. I got to give a personal shout out to Carmen Red, Overhyped Gamer, Shark and Minnow, and PLP. Thank you guys for what you do for TreeFall Studios on patreon.com. If anyone is interested in checking that out, it'll be below. Also, a quick note over here. Yes, perfectly linked. The Tilting Tiles Micro Challenge was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome YouTuber just posted up a new guide for the video yesterday. So I think a few new people were able to pick up the game after that little bit of exposure. And if you're playing Tilting Tiles Micro Challenge for the first time ever, you be sure to let us know on Twitter or on YouTube what you think of the game. A lot of people have been picking it up and enjoying it. So exciting to see that. I'm still going to be repping that. It's only 49 cents. And I think it's one of our best puzzle games that I've ever made. It has quite a few levels for gameplay hours wise, and it has a multiplayer mode. It's the best value for the price on the PlayStation Store. That's how I'm marketing it. So if you haven't played a TreeFall Studios game, you can definitely pick that up for 49 cents and get a taste of what we're all about. And also follow us on our social media channels. We pretty much only do Twitter, but you can like us on Facebook. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already. We do have a website with more information, but we don't update it that often. But if you are a game developer and you want to go through us to get your game published on PlayStation consoles, there is a form that you can fill out on our website, and it will go to us directly. So you can do that. You can also send us a DM on Twitter. Our DMs are open, although it's harder for me to catch up with all those because we have a lot of miscellaneous stuff that comes in. So it's best to go through the form on the website. If you want to connect with us and hang out, you can ask game development questions. You can follow updates for TreeFall Studios games, and you can chat with other TreeFall Studios fans. We do have links below to invite you to our TreeFall Studios Discord. We've been having a lot of people jumping in on that over the last couple weeks since we started the stream. So if you want to jump into a new community of TreeFall fans and join the TreeFall tribe, go ahead and hit those links in the description below as well. But all right, it is now 5:15. That looks pretty good. It looks like I hit 2 hours. That was my goal today. Now I got to get up and take a walk. Let me know in the comments below before you go, before I end the stream, if you enjoyed my new stream intro video. A lot of you probably did not see it, but I did put some time together to do an intro video. I'll run it on the way out, actually, so you can see it if you weren't watching earlier. I thought this was pretty cool. Let me know if you think it's bad or good. I'm going to do a bunch of different versions, and we're going to change it up while we're streaming. This series will continue tomorrow, so without further ado, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Let me know what you think of this stream intro video.